All right, so this has been funny for a little bit, and I figured I'd just show you guys. So basically, I acquisitioned some data about a year ago, and I'm pretty sure you don't really know what this is that you're looking at here. So that's a 5,000 times zoom, and so this is a picture, right? Like, probably wondering a picture of what? Well, this is what happens when you take a raw JPEG, right? Like, and this is the darkness. Okay, so like, let's see what happens when you have like your hand, you know, in there or something. Oh, what's that? Like, that can't be just, you know, that's not just like nonsense, right? Like that outline there. So here's another one, except this is like what happens when you pulse width modulate a LED light. So it's on off really fast. So that way we see it, it seems like it's dimming or brightening, but this is just the reality, right? So I don't know if you've ever taken, you know, force and E equals mc squared and solved for mass, but then you see that force is just energy over distance, right? Which makes sense. I mean, we know that the line joining us between the sun, none of that really matters, right? But we know that they've been messing with our stuff for a while because they just add constants of integration in there so that way they can keep us ignorant. And we know that force is instantaneous because look, like these objects can't just be hanging there. There's no time on it, right? Like if you push on something, a force, there's no, like if I shook the moon, we'd feel. Now, like we know that we have oxygen in this -2 oxidation state. Then we've got hydrogen plus minus, right? So that's how we get a balance of water. So if we have got a -2, that means there's got to be a +2 somewhere. You ever thought about what happens when like you just mix some solid into a liquid and it becomes aqueous? You know, what was originally a solid has now just disappeared. It's not like simply it just turned into so many small pieces. Like it literally just broke apart. Like it's literally sharing an electron and so now it's gone. I don't know if you've seen the opposite where you literally mix two liquids together and you'll get this thing called a precipitant. A solid will just fall out. Basically, you understand like how that part of the chemistry on that level applied to a larger level. Look, if that wasn't enough, when we do orbital mechanics, we're like, okay, look, we're going to use these two body problems, right? One focus is the sun and the other focus is like, go fuck yourself. Like, don't worry about what that is. Oh yeah, I hope you know the whole speed of light thing. That's just kind of like, so the best way to get intuition about the speed of light is that when they say nothing can travel faster than the speed of light, it's like saying nothing can travel faster than, you can't travel faster than your nose. The speed of light is simply the speed of information. And so if you're moving and the information's coming, that's why it requires infinite energy, right? If it's a finite number and we have a finite mass, there would never be an infinite aspect to it. Light itself is fundamentally just an electron changing energy state. It's going from a higher to a lower. They give it the photon term, the same reason why they do a lot of corrupt shit. So what happens when you aim at the sky with a 20-second exposure and you've got like really low ISO, so you're not taking in a whole bunch of noise? Well, you know, you start finding stuff in the sky that you're like, oh, what the f is this? What are those? Unlike astronomers, I'm like, I'm not gonna use my camera to see more stuff I can already see. I aimed it into the darkness and blew my own fucking mind.